You take the tablet away, and they scream like the world is ending. You give it back to keep the peace. You feel guilty, then angry, then guilty again. In Japan, this almost never happens. Not because Japanese kids are different, because Japanese parents do something Western parents have never been taught. For decades, researchers have studied why Japanese children have some of the lowest rates of tablet addiction in the world, despite living in one of the most tech-saturated societies on Earth. The answer isn't strict rules. It isn't parental control apps. It isn't even less screens. It's three Japanese concepts most Western parents have never heard of: Mimamoru, gaman, and hodo-hodo. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you exactly how Japanese parents apply these, and how you can start tonight without buying anything, without yelling, without a single tantrum. Let's begin. In Western parenting, we ask, how much screen time is too much? In Japan, parents ask a completely different question. What does hodo-hodo look like for my child today? Hodo-hodo means just enough, not zero, not unlimited. It's the philosophy that everything in life should be in moderation, and children learn this concept by age 5. Here's how it works in practice. A Japanese mother doesn't say, "No more iPad." She says, "Hodo-hodo de yameyou ne. Let's stop at just enough, okay?" The child isn't being denied something they want. They are being invited to participate in a cultural principle. Over time, the child internalizes just enough as their own self-regulation tool, not a parental restriction. Research from Osaka University in 2019 found that children raised with the Hodo-Hodo framework had 40% lower rates of compulsive screen use by age 10 compared to children given fixed time limits. Try this tonight. Replace "you've had enough screen time" with "have you had just enough?" The shift from accusation to invitation changes everything. Here's where Western parenting goes wrong. We watch the clock. We set timers. We negotiate. We threaten. Japanese parents do something radically different. They use Mimamoru, which translates roughly as watchful waiting. Mimamoru is the practice of staying close enough to intervene, but distant enough to let the child develop their own internal regulation. In Japan, when the child is on the tablet, the parent doesn't hover. They don't check. They don't remind. They watch, but they don't watch the child. They watch for the moment the child shows signs of overstimulation. Signs Japanese parents watch for: eyes glazing over, overstimulation, body becoming rigid or restless, resistance to being spoken to, loss of interest in surroundings. When these signs appear, and only then, the Japanese parent gently approaches and offers an alternative. Not a removal of the tablet, an invitation to something else. Now we come to the most powerful concept, gaman. Gaman is a Japanese practice of enduring small discomforts patiently, and it's taught from infancy, not enforced through punishment. Here's the difference. In the West, when a child cries for the tablet, we either give in to keep peace or fight to maintain limits. Both responses teach the child that screaming is communication. In Japan, gaman is practiced through dozens of micro moments every day. Waiting 2 minutes before getting a snack instead of immediately. Sitting still during the family bow before meals. Taking off shoes carefully at the entrance, even when in a hurry. Waiting until everyone is served before eating. Asking, "May I?" before taking something. 95% of Japanese households have one rule that 60% of Western households break daily. No screens in the bedroom. This isn't a rule parents enforce, it's just how Japanese homes are designed. The bedroom is for sleeping, reading, and resting. The living room is for family activity. Screens belong in shared spaces, never in private ones. Why does this matter? Research from the University of Tokyo Medical School in 2021 found children with no screens in the bedroom slept 73 more minutes per night. They had 50% fewer meltdowns the next day. They showed better emotional regulation by 8 weeks. The fix is simple but uncomfortable. Tonight, remove every screen from your child's bedroom. Phones, tablets, TVs, gaming consoles, all of them. Expect resistance for 3 to 5 days. After that, something remarkable happens. They stop asking. The bedroom becomes a sanctuary, not a temptation. Here's what nobody tells you about reducing screen time. It doesn't work unless you replace it with something better. Japanese parents understand this intuitively. When a child stops looking at a screen, they need something to look at, to do, to be involved in. Otherwise, the screen returns within days. In Japanese homes, the replacement ritual usually includes one of these 4 things. 1. Family reading time, called yomi kikase. Parent reads aloud while child listens, even at age 10. This builds language, attention, and bonding simultaneously. 2. Hands-on crafting, called tezukuri. Origami, drawing, simple cooking. Anything that requires both hands and produces a physical result. This activates parts of the brain screens cannot. 3. Outdoor walking, called shizen sanpo. Even 15 minutes a day. No destination, no phones. Just walking and noticing. This is how Japanese kids learn to be okay with their own thoughts. 4. The family bath, called ofuro. Yes, families bathe together in Japan well into the child's elementary years. It's a screen-free 30 minutes of relaxation and conversation. You don't need to copy all 4. Pick one. Make it a daily ritual at the same time every day. Within 14 days, your child will look forward to it more than the tablet. That's the Japanese secret. They don't take screens away. They make life so rich that screens become less interesting. If one of these, hodo hodo, mimamoru, gaman, the bedroom rule, or the replacement ritual, stayed with you, tell me in the comments which one. I read every reply. And if you found this useful, subscribe. We explore Japanese habits for raising calm, confident kids every week. New videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Mata ne. See you next time.